Menu narration option is set to off.
It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jets and the Eagles, next on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the line when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago, where the city of brotherly love is fired up and saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the New York Jets. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not the start he was hoping for there. So maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check it out.
Come on, Nat.
And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And right away, he lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Now first down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. Second down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to Smith.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Picked off near the 44. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 30. the sack there, and it's second down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
You definitely don't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying, thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
On play action, Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 41. Watch the twist, watch the twist. 41 Mike, 41 Mike. Hey, 41 Mike, 41's Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. And the quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Leonard Fournette. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Leonard Fournette, for a big back, he can cover a lot of ground, and he showed off the athleticism there as he broke off a big one.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well, so this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
So, CD, you talk about this football team and some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers, so that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
10-0 to score after one on EA Sports. Lance's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Target. 41.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance rolling to his right. This will be caught at about the 5.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yoke your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Fournette on the counter. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a real priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this wide field across the 45. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
All day, just like that, just like that. 40 wants the mic, 40 wants the mic. Check, 40.
On first down, Lance.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown! Big play there. His 14th touchdown now of the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and now they run after it to get it to the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown.
Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that would turn into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. That was going to throw deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away.
So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And that's incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. It's up to an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Mayfield now. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Now Mayfield. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. Final play of the half. Mayfield. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Van Jefferson as time expires in the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. The Giants trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Chris Carson, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. James Conner, a big game. 2 touchdowns there. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on third and 5, third and 6, third and 7. Because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
Now play fake. Lance.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are back within a score. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
Your trip is here, baby.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Third and long for Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And this will not get close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the 26. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for New York. Big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
40 wants the mic. Check. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike 41.
And Lance now to throw.
Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Interception.
So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety: range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allow that turnover to hurt.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him, kicking it from a
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with now his second touchdown in this third quarter. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott now to have the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. The offense wasn't out there for a long time. They were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit Peter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? And the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Fournette a first down carry, but he'll get only a couple before defenders are there to meet him.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was more fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come back for grounding. They'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves him at 3rd and 1.
That's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. Touchdown, Jets. For Jay Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have once again taken the lead.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on first down is Lance.
He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. Touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action, Lance. Going for a right side here, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 36.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Lance now on first down. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 of the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
41's the mark. 41's the mark. Check, 41. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball.
He's back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown. They take it away late in the final minute of the fourth.
I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts him in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders, and he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4. And so they run it in on the 2-point try, and so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on a 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside and the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Gets this to Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Baker. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette.
And he will get a good amount of yardage back on second down, but the clock still runs.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Now Mayfield.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure.